Higher education has been on a roller coaster this year. Funding for many programs, especially those relating to diversity, equity, and inclusion, is in limbo because of decisions by the Trump administration and the courts. So universities like Vanderbilt in Nashville have had to get creative. Nicole Valdes introduces us to a researcher with autism who's finding new ways to fund her projects so she can help people like her live a better life.
Amber Crabtree is a fighter. She has to be. In a world where sound is her toughest opponent.
Brain beeping, it feels like it's going through my spine.
The 40-year-old Vanderbilt University fellow and PhD candidate was diagnosed with autism 12 years ago. She also has a hearing disorder that makes some sounds physically painful.
Is it uncomfortable enough that I almost start crying? It's that physically uncomfortable.
So how do you manage that?
I do my best.
Most days it means wearing headphones or earplugs to drown out the noise.
You're focused so much on just surviving that you really can't interact with people. You can't function.
Desperate for a better solution, Crabtree is making one herself.
So what is the device capable of doing at this point?
So if you have a complex environment and there's multiple sounds, and one is particularly bothering you or two, you could turn them off and still hear the rest of the sounds throughout the environment and have a normal interaction and conversation.
She's developing an implant device that would make it possible to choose which frequencies you hear and which ones you don't with the touch of a button.
This would let you pick out a specific sound, like certain high pitches are very, very painful for me. We were talking the other day in traffic and the brakes squealed. I could block out that frequency and still have a conversation with you. So this is, of course, a huge blown up model.
But years of work has hit a roadblock.
We are dead in the water.
Kayvon Stawson is the director of the Frisch Center for Autism and Innovation at Vanderbilt University. It supports students with autism like Crabtree. Research projects like hers have been funded through a National Science Foundation grant for nearly a decade. But this year, that grant was denied.
We were told that we were going to receive the grants and then didn't.
What changed?
There's no question but that changing priorities, changing budgetary priorities with the incoming administration.
The NSF told Stawson on January 14th he should expect the grant funding within 30 days. But 6 days later, President Trump signed an executive order terminating programs with a focus on diversity, equity, inclusion, and accessibility, and the funding never came.
How can I not help but wonder if our work to include and make science and technology careers accessible, using some of those very words, is the thing that changed the funding situation for us.
The NSF said it has no comment when we asked why this grant was denied. But since then, Stawson has been working to find another way to fund Crabtree's research. A private donation to the university will now support Crabtree's mission to change the way she and others can hear the world.
This should already exist. It should already exist. And not just that, I have no doubt that autistic or even patients with tinnitus, our life can be so much easier.
For CBS Mornings, I'm Nicole Valdes in Nashville.
We asked the White House if research focusing on autism fell under the DEI ban, and a spokesperson said, quote, "The administration is committed to strengthening American science by slashing waste, fraud, and abuse in grant funding and restoring the gold standard of science over DEI and other ideological activism," unquote. I think no matter where you fall on the ideological spectrum, this is important research that she's doing, and I'm glad that she's going to be able to continue it.
Yeah, and it's so fascinating to me to understand what the challenges that some people who have autism are going through. I didn't realize that different frequencies could affect them in this way. And when she realized that there was something she could do about it, she started to work on that.
And then to hear that they are dead in the water because of the slashing of funds, it is heartbreaking. Because when she said our lives can be so much easier, I felt that.
100%.
Yeah.
And shout out to that donor who came up and stepped up.